What's up, guys? This is TaiZen. I'm broadcasting from sitting in traffic here in Atlanta. And in this video, guys, I want to talk about taking risk, learning how to take risk when you're investing in Bitcoins and cryptocurrencies, or even in the stock market or any market that you guys want to invest in. Most people, when you grow up in high school and college, most people are not taught how to take risk, okay? So when they hear about investing in the stock market, or they hear about investing in futures and commodities, or they hear about investing in Bitcoins or cryptocurrencies, right? They get scared because they don't know how to take risk, and they have false expectations about how to manage risk in the markets. And so in this video, I want to talk about just talking about $100 so that the math is easy in my head, so that we can, or I'll talk about, I'll use $1,000 as an example so that it's easy for me to do the math while I'm talking. Because remember, guys, I'm not one of those Asian guys that's good in math and science like a lot of the real Asians, right? You know, I got some Asian friends that, you know, their head is like a calculator when it comes to doing math. I'm not one of those guys, okay? So, unfortunately. So I gotta use small numbers. Also, I wanna use $1,000 so that it's easy for the people that's not living in America, that's living in like Africa or China or Vietnam or South America, the countries where people only make like $200 or $300 a day. This is more realistic for them, all right? So, most people, whenever they have $1,000, they want to go and risk it all. So it's kind of like an all or nothing. So they put $1,000 into an investment, whether it's Bitcoin, whether it's Ethereum, whether it's a stock market. It really doesn't matter where they put it. They just don't know how to manage risk and know how to control risk. So they'll lay everything on the line. And what that does is there's only two outcomes of that. One is that it makes money for them. The other thing is that it loses money. So if they make money, then it, obviously if they buy something, like let's say they buy Bitcoins for $1,000 and it goes up to $1,200, then obviously they made a 20% profit. However, if they risk their entire portfolio, whenever you risk your entire $1,000 that you have, let's say if Bitcoin goes down to 200, then you lose $800, you lose 80% of your portfolio or your investment. And that's not a very good or a very wise decision to make, because now you're basically out of the game. You made that you made that investment and it did not work out in your favor, and you just lost everything, pretty much everything. All you have left is $200 to play with. And that's not how professionals invest on Wall Street. The whole purpose of this channel is to use the investing strategies that Wall Street uses, and we do it on Main Street where the little guys like us live, right? So in order to do that, we have to take shots, or we have to have a strategy or a method to where we can make multiple attempts at hitting it big in the markets, in the cryptocurrency markets, in the stock market, the currency market. It doesn't matter which market you're in. In this channel, we only talk about the cryptocurrency market, but it doesn't matter what market that you guys invest in. What's important is that you have your game plan, your investing game plan is designed so that you can be wrong multiple times. Like when I go and invest in the markets, my goal is to win on 20 to 30%. Usually it's 1/3. My goal is to win 1/3 of my investments, okay? So if I were to make an investment, right, I would take that $1,000 and I would split it up into 10 portions, and each portion I would put it into an investment, into a specific cryptocurrency or into an ICO or something like that. And then what happens is I'm gonna spread it out into 10 different investments, and I'm expecting about 6 or 7 of those to fail and lose money. I already know that from my track record that I already know that that's going to happen. So when I lose on an investment, I don't freak out. I'm not shocked about it. I'm not surprised about it. I actually expect that to happen, right? So out of those 10 investments that I put $100 into, I will lose probably the majority of them. When I say lose, that doesn't necessarily mean that it goes to zero, but that $100 investment, I will only have, $20, $30 of it left. When I lose about 50% of a investment, I consider that a loss. I consider that was a failed investment. Okay, whether there's still money in it or not, it really doesn't matter to me. I consider that a failed investment. Now, the other 3 that does make money, I'm expecting about 1 or 2 of those out of those 3 that's remaining. I expect those to win, and out of those 3 that do win, that are a success in my investment strategy, I am looking for 1 or 2 of those to be massive winners. They're huge winners. Matter of fact, one of them will probably only make about 100 or 200% profit. So it's like it'll make $100 or $200 back for me. But then the other 2 will make a 10x or a 20x return. And remember, a 10x return means it's 1,000% profit. A 20x return means that it's 2,000% profit, right? So there's going to be 1 out of those 10 that's going to hit. My goal is for 1 of those 10 to hit at least a 20x, a 30x, or a 50x. And when it hits that big of a profit margin, it really doesn't matter if I lose on the other 7. And that's something that they don't teach you in high school or in college or anywhere on how to take chances and take risks like that. Most people, when they invest in something, they lay it all on the line as if they are playing blackjack at the casinos. And when you do that, it really screws you up. Now, for some people, you may not be comfortable, if you have $1,000 to lose $50 or $100 on one investment. And if that's the case, there's nothing wrong with that. What you would do is you would take a smaller portion. You would only take $20 or $50 out of that $1,000 savings that you have, or out of your investment portfolio, and then you would invest into it. So, and then you wait until you build that up. And that's what I did when I originally got started in cryptocurrencies, is that I would only take a very small fraction of the little bit of money that I had, and I would put it into different cryptocurrencies to see which one would hit it big. And then when one of them hit it big, like with Ethereum, right? When I hit it big with that one, it yielded about, it went as high as 7,400% profit, and I walked away with just a little bit over 4,500% profit on it. And by doing that, it gave me enough capital, right, to work with other things. I also, did really well on Bitcoin itself. So because of these few investments I did that hit it really big for me, I was able to take the profits from that and then reinvest it. And that's what we call flipping it, right? You flip it into something else, or you parlay it into another investment. And you keep doing that, and that's what I call wash, rinse, and repeat. It's the same method, you just do it the same thing over and over and over. And that's how you manage risk. So the reason why I'm making this video is because I know that many of you guys that are watching this, you're afraid to put your life savings or your money, especially if you're from countries where you only make $200 or $300 a month, right? It's going to be very difficult for you to invest that $300 a month that you make, right? If you make $300 a month in certain countries, you should be able to take 1 month's worth of savings and set it aside and be able to invest it into the currency markets or the cryptocurrency markets, so that you have a chance to improve your current financial situation. If you are unable to put away 1 month's worth of savings, after working at the same place for 6 months or a year, then you have to reevaluate your living style. You're living above your means. Okay, that means that you're spending more money than you make, and I don't recommend that, because then you'll never get ahead in life, right? Especially if you grow up in an environment where you don't come from a wealthy family, or you grew up in the ghetto like I did, or you grew up in the projects. It's going to be very hard for you to get ahead in life if you keep spending everything that you make. Okay, and saving your money and putting it under a mattress is not going to grow your money. You have to be able to take risks. You have to be able to take chances, right? When I grew up in the ghetto, we had a saying on the streets that, you know, a scaredy cat ain't never gonna become a fat cat. And in America, in English, what that means is that if you don't have the courage to risk your money, then you're never gonna get anywhere in life. You're still gonna be stuck where you're at, okay? So I'm making this video for you guys so that you guys understand how to take chances, how to take risks. Do not put everything into one cryptocurrency because you don't know if that's gonna work out or not. Split it up into smaller units, and if you're scared and you're hesitant at first because you're inexperienced and you don't know what you're doing, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. You just won't make the same amount of profits like myself or like my partner, LeonFood.com, okay? So whenever you guys hear us make, 10x or 20x profits or whatever, just do that on your $10, your $20, or your $50 or $100, because that's more realistic for what you guys are starting out with. Now, if you have a bigger account, if you have $100,000 or $1 million account, and you're starting with that, well, you still do the same thing. You still put a small portion of it in. Even if you have $1 million account right now and you can lay that on the line, you don't do that, because if it's wrong, right, you just lost, the majority of your portfolio. So if you have $1 million, you would only lay about $10,000 to $20,000, or maybe even 30 or 40 or no more than $50,000 on one cryptocurrency. And if it works out in your favor, great. If it doesn't, you can write that $30,000, $40,000 off and then take another shot and take another shot. And the one time that you get it right, it'll yield, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000% profit. And then you'll make up all those small losses, and then you'll be way ahead in profits, which gives you plenty of room and plenty of capital and ammunition to wash, rinse, and repeat the same cycle again. So hopefully this video helps to explain to you guys how to take risk in the markets and give you guys the confidence to do so and not be afraid, okay? So thanks for watching this video, guys. If you like it, give me 2 thumbs up. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down so I know not to waste time making any more of these videos. And if you have friends, families, or co-workers that are interested in making life-changing profits by investing in cryptocurrencies, make sure you share this channel and this video with them so they're not scared to take risk, all right? Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in a future video.